Hi guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves back to MotoGP 20 on the Xbox One X. Let's continue with career mode. The next round, well, the next thing we're doing is an official test, but let's just double check our R&D. We can do engine upgrade 3 for the Yamaha, so we'll get that underway. And then yeah, we go back to Catalunya for a mid-season test. And then we go to Sachsenring after that for the next race. Okay, well, that will do, I think. That will do. I'm not really too bothered about traction control, upgrading that for now. I want to concentrate on anti-wheelie. But yeah, it's time to go to the official test at Catalunya. So we're going to start with bike A, which is the bike we're currently using. And then we'll switch to bike B, the prototype, which is the bike for next season. And then we'll see which one is better. But first we need to change the ECU. Okay, that's that done. I'll keep the gear ratios on default just for the test. Go for a hard rear because the track temperature is very high. Put in a full tank of fuel. Right, let's go. Do some laps with both bikes. So we are coming to the end of this lap. It's going to be 140.219, which isn't good enough to get into the threshold. We need to do a 139.9. So unfortunately we can't do that at the moment, but if we can knock 0.3 of a second or just over, we should be able to get within that threshold. And then we've got to do it all again on bike B, the prototype, as well. Not that we'll be obviously with this team next season, so we won't be using that bike, but yeah. See, when I use the Suzuki around here, I found that the prototype Suzuki was better than the one I was currently using. But that's mainly because the prototype bike was better on the front end. I had a load of crashes on the Suzuki around here in the test, but I don't really seem to be having that issue with the Yamaha. And yeah, we'll see what bike B is like, but other than that, we're pretty good with the Yamaha at the moment. A little hot into turn 10, which is where I crashed in the race. I could not believe that final lap as well, and we were leading, and we had a bit of a lead. And I tucked the front into turn 10. A slow crash, but gutted. Anyway, in it to the final corner, Catalunya. And the run to the line. This will hopefully get us in the threshold. 39.684. That was good. We're in. I need to try the bike B. So we're going to switch over to the prototype. Go do some laps with this. Okay, 140.402. So not good. Not a good opening lap. 0.7 off of my, well, off the overall time. But yeah, I guess it wasn't too bad. We're only a couple tenths off of my personal best with 139.6. Actually, no. I was looking at the time threshold. We were 2 tenths off the time threshold, but yeah, we were 0.7 off of my fastest lap. But we need to get within that time threshold if we can. But yeah, this bike doesn't feel as good as the one I'm using at the moment. So we'll see what kind of lap time we can do. But yeah, it's not coming as easily as the previous time did with the other bike. Some of the stability with this bike has seemed to have been lost. Especially on the brakes, the rear seems to come up a bit more with this prototype bike. Oh, I'll tell you what though, we've made up some time. We should be within the threshold, but are we going to go quicker with the bike B, the prototype, rather than the official bike? So, into the final corner. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And it's going to be 39.785, a tenth of a second off. That was close. So, finishing the test. Only had to do 2 laps on bike A. But had to do more on bike B. But bike A, fastest lap and better average time. So we'll pick that one for next season. Even though I'm not with the team next season and I'm not going to be on that bike. So at least we put them in the right direction for next season. So now we are going to Sachsenring for the next round. 8 laps around there. Let's get on with it. Sachsenring, then we go to Assen and Ring after that. So time to try and put in a time because we've dropped down to 10th position. Had a few crashes. So yeah, it hasn't been too bad. In FP3 I managed to get straight through to Q2. Didn't have to come through Q1. First sector looking very good. Fastest overall, but only just. But yeah, they have been having some difficulties around here. So I'm hoping we can get a semi-decent qualifying result. Front 2 rows would be good. Short run to turn 1 as well. We've lost time there. We're down by 0.2 of a second. Okay, through turn 10 and come up to the infamous turn 11. Down the hill, half a second off. That's not looking great. So we're currently in 12th position. And this is going to put me, hopefully, up the order. 6th position, 19.3. So, we are starting in 6th position. We were less than 2 tenths off. Look how close the top times are. From Dovi to Crutchlow, 0.2 of a second is the gap. So, race time, 98 degrees. I'm going to go for a medium front and a hard rear for this one. Full tank of fuel. Soft medium for Dovi, medium for Costarari, medium for Vinales. But at least we are on the 2nd row. Okay. Here we go. Run down to turn 1. Oh, we've been hit by Rins. Rossi was off the track. We are up to 4th position, just behind our teammate Quattararo. Rossi's back underneath, so we're back down to 5th. Marquez is right behind, trying to come up the inside, and he does. Marquez doing weird things with his throttle there. Can we get back underneath him? No, we can't. Okay. So we've got some work to do down in 6th position, which is exactly where we qualified. But we can't allow Marquez to make up positions and not make any progress ourselves, otherwise that championship lead will be completely gone. So we need to get past Marquez if we can. Through the waterfall, down the hill. Outbreak Marquez, there we go, up to, not quite, there we go, we got him eventually. It's up to 5th position, but he's going to look at the inside for the final corner, and he is. But we managed to keep it, so 5th position at the moment. Slipstream Rossi down the straight. Try and go around the outside, that's not going to work. I'll try and cut back underneath him, but I've gone quite wide myself. Marquez is there as well, but he wasn't able to get past. He's still trying. No, don't you dare do that. Wow, almost taken out there by Marquez, just clipping my rear tyre and starting to slide my bike. A tactical nudge. That almost made me crash. So, still 5th position. You are the front 4, if we're not careful, they're going to get away from me. I thought I had a bit of damage on the bike because it felt a little bit weird, but still got both of my wings, which is fine. Yeah, they're still there. Okay, we've really closed in on Rossi now. There's a gap emerging to Quartararo in 3rd. So we need to get past Rossi as quick as possible. In fact, what? Looked like he got on the brakes really, really early there, or just completely shut off the throttle. Or maybe just let me past, I don't know. But anyway, we're up to 4th. And we need to hunt down Quartararo and Viñales and Dovizioso. Good thing is we are ahead of our championship rival Marquez. So now we need to see. Now we need to see if we can get on the back of this group and fight for the podium. We're on lap 3 already. First couple of laps have gone past pretty quickly. There's a bit of a gap, 1.1 seconds to Quartararo. So we're going to have to push. Need to try and close that gap down as best as I can. Otherwise they're just going to disappear. 0.9, so it's come down a couple of tenths already, which is good. We're coming to the end of lap 3. So into the final corner. Okay, fastest lap of the race, 1:19.947. Gap is down to 0.6, so yeah, we are closing them quite quickly. Now we need to find a way to try and get past. Okay, yeah, we're pretty much with them now, so we've managed to bridge that gap. Just need to get a little bit closer. Oh, nearly on the grass then. That would have been a big crash. Turn 9 through turn 10. Okay, down the hill. Gap has gone back up to 0.8. Closing on the brakes into Sachsenring curve. And we close up on the brakes into the final corner as well. The bike's trying to wheelie. Closing. I'll try and get the inside on the exit if I can, because they're very wide. Oh, not quite able to do anything there. Oh, really, game? That was literally the lightest of touches. That is not good. We've got light bike damage. I don't suppose it's helped that we've been nudged by Rins at turn 1, and we were hit by Marquez earlier in the race as well, so maybe that little nudge was all it needed to tip it over to light damage. Now the bike's feeling weird. Have I lost a wing? That's what I'm a bit concerned about, because they are pulling away again. No, they're still there. So we've not lost a wing, just the bike's starting to behave a bit differently, so we're going to have to try and readjust to that. Quartararo all over the back of Viñales. Dovizioso just starting to edge away a bit. Right, on to lap 6. This is not looking good. Right, just pretend the bike is fine. Just pretend there's nothing wrong with it. Something definitely ain't right with it. Doesn't feel right now. Damage is going to affect the performance, of course. Right, come on. They're quick through turn 7. That is where they start to edge away a little bit. Dovizioso, he is pulling away. Dovizioso's going for gold. There's not a lot I'm going to be able to do about Dovi. It's whether we can get the other 2 Yamahas and get at least 2nd place. It's going to be quite difficult to do that, especially when the bike's understeering now. We've got 2 laps to go, and I've not really made any more inroads on Quartararo and Vinales. Come on, come on, come on. So, fastest lap of the race at 1:19.899. We're on the penultimate lap of the race now. Okay, go wide. Come on. Let's try and get back. Don't hit the back of Quartararo this time. Don't want any more damage. I don't really know where I'm going to be able to get these unless we manage to get a good run as Vinales looks behind him. Get a good run through turn 11 down the waterfall and try and outbrake him into Sachsen curve. That realistically is probably the only place I'm going to be able to get them, and maybe down into turn 1 or on the exit of turn 1 when they go wide. Other than that, there's nowhere else really, and I'm not going to be close enough through turn 11. Nowhere near close enough. Right, let's try and get a good final lap together. Get a good run out of the final corner. Try not to wheelie. Use slipstream as well. We're closing, we're closing, we're closing. But it looked like Fabio was trying to get the inside of Maverick there, but he didn't. He definitely switched to the inside, but we are right on him now. Can we find a way through? I don't know. We've got the gap down to this before and didn't really manage to do anything with it. Dovi is going to win. That I'm certain of. I don't think anyone's crashed in this race either. So we've had another race where no one has crashed. Okay, through turn 9, through turn 10. We're not going to be able to do anything here. The gap is just a bit too big. The gap is 0.8. Yeah, it's going to be a 4th place. It's going to be a 4th place. I'm not close enough to have a lunge into the final corner. Nowhere near close enough. 4th position. Could get close to him, but not close enough. Well, there we go. The good thing is we were ahead of Marquez, who set the fastest lap of the race, 1:19.7. So we will extend our championship standings, our championship lead, to 12 points. So it's gone up by 3 points, so not much at all. Dovi has moved back up to 2nd, 102 over Repsol Honda, so that is good. And 27 over Honda in the Constructors' Championship. Yeah, just didn't have the pace in that race. Even though he set some good lap times, just could not put it together. Wasn't working out. So back to the drawing board. So Assen is next. I think that is pretty much it. I don't think we're going to be able to do electronics or anything in R&D. But frame will be finished very soon. No, we ain't got enough. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay safe and wash your hands. See you.